Barrel. Buddies.
Hey, I think I'm getting this.
Barrels.
Barrel buddies.
It's the Barrel Buddies. Getting into trouble. Barrel Buddies. Better pour a double. Drinking beer. Having a whiskey. Drinking out of glasses. Getting frisky. Yeah. Blowing bubbles. Having fun. Barrel Buddies.
And then we had this whole horn outro and
And then we go, one more time!
No,
Cha-cha-cha-cha-cha-cha! It's the Barrel Buddies!
No. Verse 2 was done by Clownvis.
Oh my god, he comes out of nowhere.
Yes!
The Barrel Buddies.
So we started out, he finishes it off.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that there was nobody here to see that live.
No, we're still like loading up here, signing on.
It's okay, it'll be on the internet forever and ever and ever.
There we go. Now we're green. Now we're kicking.
Wait, were we not recording?
No, we were recording, but we weren't.
What does green
I
mean?
don't know. We keep like flux capacitor.
We got the flux capacitor?
Little floppy hot
Little
dog
floppy-
action, or what?
Little fluxy disc?
Big floppy hot dog.
Little 3-inch fluxy?
What's that?
Oh, did you break it?
No, I didn't break anything.
Are we live or
We're
not?
live. We're live and going here.
Oh my god. Well then I'll give the welcome. Welcome to the Barrel Buddies!
I'm James.
I'm Zach.
And I'm BJ!
What's happening?
What's going on, everybody? Hey, Redbeard!
There he is.
There he
He's
is.
the hero!
Hi.
He's the hero. Redbeard, you are the hero!
You missed out last week.
Dude,
Man,
that was
man.
like 4 days
Get
ago.
the. I
Fuck.
put the, bottle, I put the bottle on the top shelf.
Barrel Buddies Brunch,
Yeah.
Redbeard.
Glenallachie.
We drank the Glenallachie, which, please tell us if we are saying that right. Glenallachie.
I think
We
it's
that's
it's
right.
Alahi.
We know.
No, it's Glenallachie.
They really pronounce the
Yeah,
key.
they're
They talk about
very
the key.
vowel and syllable heavy.
Glenallachie.
Yes.
That's what it says on the box, but Redbeard, you might know better. It was magic.
Shelly, how's it going? Uncle Punky, welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Shelly, welcome back. It's nice
Welcome
to have
back. It's
friendly
good to see.
faces.
Yeah, it's good to see you all on our kind of new schedule time, Whiskey Wednesday.
Whiskey Wednesday.
Yeah, middle of the week.
Middle
I
of
like
the
it.
week. It's
I don't know why I just threw up white boy gang signs.
it's whiskey.
White boy Wednesday.
Whiskey Wednesday.
White boy gang signs for Whiskey Wednesday.
No. We are live on YouTube, and there's certain words that you just have to avoid.
We're gonna bleep these out. It's like
No.
Edit and post.
I did a pretty good job of,
Edit and post.
I did a pretty good job of cutting you guys off before their algos caught anything weird.
Thank goodness.
Anyway.
Thank goodness.
So welcome. So first of all, we need to have a live thank you to Redbeard for sending over that
Let's give
bottle.
this
Thank
boy.
you.
Let's give this guy a cheers. Redbeard.
Cheers.
Thank you, Redbeard.
Cheers.
Thank
Much
you.
appreciated.
That was an amazing bottle. And didn't you say once we receive our first guest bottle and our first company bottle, we made it?
We made it, and we have.
Yeah.
That we got both
In the same week.
in the same week.
Unbelievable.
So let's recap for everyone.
Unbelievable.
So not only did we receive Redbeard's bottle of the Glenallachie, right?
That's it.
Which was heavenly.
It was good.
And if you haven't seen it, please go back to our previous show and watch it because we had a blast drinking that.
Yep.
And I want to bring up something you
It's
said earlier tonight before we started the show where you're
Okay.
like, I want something, it's like a remembrance bottle, right? It's like a
Yeah.
bottle that I need to associate.
What I said was.
I mean, yeah, okay, what do you say?
So, Redbeard, if you haven't watched that show, you and everybody else go back and watch it. I got some feedback. It was one of our better shows.
Dude, check the ratings too, Redbeard. You'll be pleasantly surprised.
Through the roof.
Yeah.
You've never seen higher ratings.
Oh, absolutely.
From these two guys right here.
Yeah, no, it was...
High ratings.
yeah, and we were not, I won't say biased. We really, I was like, we're critiquing this.
That was amazing.
It
Liquid
could be a
honey.
shitty bottle. Yeah.
Yep.
Liquid honey. It was crazy good, but I would say this. Never have you seen higher ratings, and what I said was, I can't wait to put an emotional memory.
There we go.
With that particular bottle, with that particular whiskey. I think the thing that was missing for me was I really want an emotional connection to that bottle. And I can't wait to make one. We're going to go make some memory, and we're going to pop that open, and it's going to be Glen Allachie. It's going to be like, whew, the thing that just goes, remember that time? And we're going to go, we're drinking the Glen Allachie, and it's going to be like, oh my God, yes, because it's such a distinct flavor.
What's one of those things that you'll remember too? I'd like to blind taste that sometime in the future.
You'd always
just
pick it out.
I'd always pick it out. I'd always pick it out. Yep. One thing, not only will you always pick it out, but you guys all know me. They know me. You guys know me. I hate oak. I just loathe oak, which is ironic because we're on a whiskey and bourbon show.
Which is oak tea.
But
Barrel tea.
But that had no bitter, no tannins, no oakiness. It was just a butter creamy whiskey, butterscotch. Just, it was awesome.
Butterscotch. Yeah. I mean, it was liquid honey. Liquid heathered honey.
And almost 60%. Was it 58.2?
58. It was raisins and nice spices.
Yeah.
Dude, I've never had a scotch. I've never had a scotch like that before because
I never had a space out like that.
Yeah, exactly. And I saw what came in the mail, and I was like, okay, that'll be cool. But then when we actually had it, I was like, holy shit, this is better than cool.
Great stuff.
This is
great. We've talked this
amazing
enough. Listen, if we haven't talked you into going back and watching the Barrel Buddies brunch episode, the inaugural brunch episode, yet I don't know what else to tell you. Then you obviously hate babies. So, sorry.
So hold on. So that was our first bottle. So we didn't get into our second bottle via mail, which was by our new friends at Gold Bar Distillery in San Francisco, California.
Shout out Gold Bar!
Shout out Gold Bar. They were
Gold
gracious enough. So we reviewed Gold Bar 2 episodes ago. And they hit us up on the DMs. They slid into our DMs on Instagram. And they were like, hey, we want to send you guys something. So apparently my review of them wasn't as, I guess, narrow as your guys's. There were some things I didn't like about the Gold Bar, but it was good.
Here's the thing: it's a different type of whiskey, though. You
yeah.
know, the ABV is lower. It's a different product.
Right.
I wasn't used to it, but I think we did give it solid reviews, though. Like,
we did.
2s were.
Yeah. It's very
solid.
unique. It's very unique.
Yeah.
So anyway, moral of the story is we have more Gold Bar coming. They sent us 2 amazing bottles. Should I just tell really quick?
No, don't.
Okay. They sent us 2 really good bottles.
Mystery bottles, yes.
And we will do a special Gold Bar episode, which we believe would be best associated with a special guest. If you can relate Gold Bar with one of our special guests, we've actually only had one special guest, so this isn't going to work. But if you did,
the Robin Hood of Wall Street.
The Robin Hood of Wall Street is going to join
guest.
us for the Gold Bar episode. And then Redbeard says, don't forget the funniest shirt idea of George Toddler's Stag.
Oh, yeah.
Distiller. And we write it in like cursive on the back of the shirt.
In left hand.
Oh.
I'm going to write it with my left hand in cursive. George Toddler's Stag.
Like a toddler did it.
Those are going up on our store, and people will buy those.
Oh, yeah.
Great.
Just for that, just because it's funny. All right, so going to tonight's show.
Yeah, I was just going to say, we've spent too much time talking about the past. Let's talk about tonight. James, can you hold up the bottle? Or Zach, maybe you have it easier. Can you show the viewers what we've got tonight? We've got a really interesting...
And I'll go into it. Yeah,
so... James, tell the story of this particular bottle.
So if move it up a little bit here.
Get it closer. Get it closer. No, you don't
keep
watch.
Going.
Just go.
Keep going.
Get our mugs out of it. Yep.
No, turn it.
Yep.
Oh, keep going.
Keep going close. Stop. Give it a
It's
moment.
not even focusing.
Give it a moment.
Give it a second. You get it more centered. A little bit more to your left. Yeah. Now go in. Push it in a little bit. Just keep going. Keep going. Hold on. Hold it. Now start pulling it.
Whoa! There we go. Look at that.
Darkstar November.
Darkstar November
So
by
for
7 Stills.
by 7 Stills. So for our beer friends out there, you should know Darkstar November, but I'm going to start with the distillery. So this is, ironically, we were just talking about Gold Bar, also out of San Francisco. All
We
right.
got some special things coming out of the Bay Area.
Yeah, the Bay Area.
7 hills to correlate to the 7 hills.
7 hills of San Francisco.
Yeah, look at that.
7 stills, 7 hills.
So these guys, quite an interesting story. Apparently 2 jamokes that got into brewing first and decided to distill their mash instead of bottling it into beer.
What's the difference?
Distilling it means you go and boil it a second time or alcohol from the evaporation.
What happens when you just boil it the one time?
When you boil it the one time, you have moonshine. You have white lightning.
I thought that was whiskey.
No, so it's not whiskey until it's aged in a freshly charred oak barrel.
And now you know. And knowing is half the
And
battle.
then we cue the more you know. So anyway, these guys decided to take beer recipes and distill them. So if you remember a few shows back, the Last Man Reno show, he brought up our St. George whiskey,
The St. George, America's only single malt whiskey.
which was a single malt whiskey that was made from a recipe, one of his beer recipes.
It's 100% barley mash, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. That's a different taste too.
Tastes
when
like
you're drinking the whiskey, it tastes like it's got that beer flavor to it. 7 Stills makes a couple of other offerings too.
Yeah, so
Also-
just reading a little bit off the
So
bottle.
I'm sorry.
here.
Basically, what you're saying is they take beer recipes, and instead
distill
of
it.
brewing beer, they then distill the beer mash.
Into whiskey. So
What?
this was Darkstar November, which is distilled from grains and molasses. And it's a collaboration they did. It's coming in at 47% ABV.
Now, I'm gonna, can I turn it over to Zach here?
Please do, yeah.
Zach,
Yes.
I happen to know that Darkstar November is one of your all-time favorite beers.
It's a fine beer from Bottle Logic, Imperial Stout.
Where are they located?
So they're in Anaheim, in California. Darkstar November comes from Bottle Logic. It's an amazing Imperial Stout, and I really hope that we get some flavors out of that. I got a feeling that we will.
Talk to me about the flavors. What do we typically get out of a good Darkstar November? Could you remind me?
So let's see. Let's go back. Yeah.
Just off of your basic knowledge.
Basic knowledge. It's a very chocolatey, bourbony. I can't remember like right off the top of my
A
tongue.
little coffee.
But a little. No, I think that's Red Eye November actually. Darkstar November
Is molasses and rye, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't remember the first time you guys took me to Bottle Logic, but for those of you that don't know, I was third to this party of James and Zach, and we went down to do a beer pickup at the brewery and decided to go across to Bottle Logic, where they did have Darkstar November on tap for that year. And I remember getting there, kind of. I don't remember leaving. I remember they had it on tap, plus a mint chip version
Listen.
of this.
You're absolutely... I remember that exactly.
You remember that? It was like named after an elf or something.
We got through one flight,
It was bananas.
and then
Yeah, these are like 15% beers.
Mike says, been a while since I watched. Love the setup. Happy birthday, Mike.
Happy
Mike.
birthday.
Birthday, Mike!
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Aw.
Cheers.
Cheers.
He's like
Cheers.
365 days old now.
Why does it sound like my garage is opening?
Because it does.
It did.
Who is out there?
Somebody's out there.
I'm guessing your lovely wife.
I would hope so. I don't know. Let me look on the camera and see.
So, anyways,
Sorry,
we had a good
go
time. Anyways, we've poured this already. The Darkstar November out of 7 Stills Brewery. You've heard the story. Paired up with Bottle Logic.
Nobody's there.
No.
Oh, it's Charlie.
Ah.
Probably get some tools or something.
Great. So let's taste this bad boy.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, hold on. I want to go back to Bottle Logic. So Zach and I recently went down to Anaheim.
Right.
Wonderful Anaheim, California, really quickly. And we visited wonderful Bottle Logic, which is on, I forgot the street they're on, but they're near
Just
the
off
brewery.
of Orangethorpe
Just
Avenue.
off of Orangethorpe Avenue.
In beautiful
Anaheim.
Placentia, California.
So thankfully, and I hate to say thankfully due to COVID, but unfortunately due to COVID, they're obviously letting, 25% at the time of people into the brewery.
Yeah.
So they have all their awesome barrel-aged stouts on tap, which they normally don't have. So Zach and I go in there and we get a flight of 6 beers, and they're all crazy barrel-aged stouts.
Insane.
So we were hammered by the time we
Yeah,
left.
these are the 15%ers and up.
Yeah.
And we ended up actually finding some take homes too at the
Scatter signal.
Scatter signal, amazing. What was here it is.
It's right there,
Another one?
actually. Yeah, you show the bottom.
Scatter signal. Here's another one. Adjust for altitude.
Yeah.
Tastes
Show
like
it.
freaking biscotti.
There's
the
your
biscotti
bottle
beer.
logic. Pull it in a little bit, and you can see it, so you can see what we're dealing with here. There, perfect. And turn it a little bit. Let everybody see the other side.
So this is what they call their stasis project, which just means it's their barrel-aged beers.
Oh yeah, that's perfect, Zach. Good job. Well,
If you can get a hold of any Bottle Logic product
in
we
your
highly
area,
recommend it.
go get it. If you're into beers, into stouts,
This is a good thing.
fruited Berliners, they are just amazing.
So here's what I'm going to tell you.
All right, so yeah, what's the
Getting
nose
into
on
some
this
nose
guy?
here, I pick up 2 very distinct aroma profiles that I am kind of blown away with.
What do you get?
Well, the first thing that hits me out of just nowhere is spearmint toothpaste.
So like spearmint.
I think that's the rye, isn't it?
It's the rye. So the rye gives it this very spearmint
Mintiness.
mintiness, fresh, cool, refreshing. But then if you dig a little deeper, I challenge you to find this one.
It's super minty.
Cinnamon buttercream. So underneath it, I get a spiced buttercream. Sweet, not vanilla, but sweet.
It's a sweet spice. I like how you. That's how you call it.
Buttercream
Yeah.
cake frosting.
Yeah, you really got to keep your nose in.
You
there
gotta
for a
dig
while.
for it.
No, but it's super minty. That is it's kind of mint overload.
It's
that,
like mint toothpaste. That's what I said.
Yeah.
Chalky almost. That's why I say toothpaste. Chalky.
chalky, but chalky, very chalky. I don't know if I'm a fan of that. Right? It's super minty. Here, you all you know my flavor profile right now. It's sweet, vanilla, creamy. Just something super tasty. And this has that minty, kind of astringent mintiness, which you gotta be careful when you drink because you don't want too much of it. I want something that's smooth and they've already pounded it, so let me have some here.
Haven't tasted yet.
Remember, this is a beer mash. So this is distilled from a beer recipe.
It's got the beer mash taste to it, but no Darkstar November taste.
Well, it's your first sip, right? How many sips do you
Off
need?
of the first.
You need 3. 1 is the shocker. 2 kind of blossoms and blooms. And 3 should be your most real, accepted flavor profile.
The rye is just overtaking everything, I think. For me.
The rye is, so in the second sip, much better. I get more of a spiced rather than a minted. The first one was liquid peppermint. The second one, I'm getting more of those malted, biscuity, but it's still very spearminty. It's still very
Yeah, the rye is super.
Cool.
Yeah.
eucalyptus-esque. James isn't enjoying this, so
Yeah.
we're going to leave him
Yeah,
out. You got to hold all your feelings till the end.
Well,
We're going to hold all your feelings till the end.
So it's funny. I brewed a batch of cream ale.
Okay.
This last week.
How'd that go?
It was good.
Thanks for the
did it
info.
very good.
Bring your friends
This,
over to brew
this,
beer.
all right, this was a trial run.
Glad we were there.
Yeah,
I didn't
glad
know-
we were there for
I
your
didn't know.
first beer.
I didn't know what the hell I was doing.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
All
thanks
the more
for the
reason.
insight.
But
9 hours of just dicking off.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, I can definitely taste the. I can taste the wort that comes from the beer.
See, I don't taste the
because I sampled it, right? I sampled the wort, and it's got a similar taste, but the rye overtakes that quite a bit.
Okay.
But yeah, I see where they're. I think should we kind of read off the tasting notes?
I want us to do it without going through the tasting notes.
Okay.
We normally read off the tasting notes.
Yeah, but let's
Alright,
go
no,
off the
we
seat
don't
of
do
our
that.
pants here. I'm pretty pointed already, in my opinion.
I can tell.
And it's fairly negative.
I can tell.
All right. So who wants to start? Nose.
Well, I already told you what I get in the nose, and there's nothing.
No, but rate it.
We're not there yet. I'm still tasting. I know you've passed judgment, Queen of Hearts.
I sure have.
It's off with their head. But I am still enjoying this.
Oof. I will refer to the antiquated official.
No, you
Yeah,
can't, because that's
scoring
bad
sheet.
scoring sheet. That scoring sheet doesn't do shit.
We have our old Barrel Buddies branded score sheets that we used to go off of when we had a 15-point system.
But it was
then
really confusing, and
Like
we
a
had no
little-
it was
viewers.
very
Yeah, it got complicated. Yeah.
confusing.
47%.
Because then you have to
Can
do
you believe
math.
this is 47%? I can't tell if it's the rye or like the mintiness that it contributes.
Well, see, I'm wondering what I mean, like the ethanol's over the top. It's I can definitely taste the 47%. Whoa, what is that? Notes?
Chinese. Grace wrote
Chinese notes. Okay, a little kanji in there. Very cool.
Wow.
That's what we're talking about.
Oh, was it the original?
All right, I'm done with my flavor tasting here.
When do you guys start? Yes. Pulling receipts.
Pulling receipts.
All right, you start.
Nose.
Oh, you want me to start? Nose. I'm gonna give the nose a 2. I enjoy this sweet smell of like cake frosting with cinnamon. I think that is something you really have to find. I think if you're not somebody who is accustomed to digging for aromas and whiskeys, I think you're gonna get.
Where's the bottle?
I think you're gonna get really chalky toothpaste out of that, which I don't think sounds like a good description, but it's interesting. And I don't think it's bad in any way. I think
First
that
of all,
it's
this is a
pleasant.
375. I don't know if anybody knew that.
It's a bomber.
It's a little guy.
It is a little. Dude.
So I give it a 2.
I will also give it a 2. I like the smell a lot better than I like the taste, to be honest with you. You know, most whiskeys that have rye, I'm not a super duper fan of, but you know, I kind of went off of what BJ was saying, where you have to really get in there for that second flavor note of that frosting, that kind of like that sweet smell to get past the rye. And the rye is hard to get past, but I'll give it a 2 because I expected that.
This is a hands down 1 for me.
Fine.
It's super astringent ethanol foulness, which
Wow.
I won't say foul. It's
And he's back, ladies and
It's-
gentlemen. Here's the James we all know and love.
Oof. So I think these guys brewed or distilled the brew not thinking about what it was going to smell like, and they didn't take that into consideration, and they produced the product, and they're like, oh shit, we didn't smell it. What does it smell like? Oh yeah, whatever, put it into a bottle. And I get like very basic sweet, kind of like a buttercream, a cinnamon buttercream. I think that's. But it's very like you get it's
You
you
gotta
get a
look for
hard
it.
time. You got to look for it, and that's you shouldn't have to look for it, friends. I think everybody here who is very new to bourbon, that you should just be able to pull out these flavors, right? And this, I'm having such a hard time with the scent and the flavor. It's super astringent alcohol-y, and I don't get You did, Redbeard. He said I spoiled him with the Glen Alky. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did.
Everything else is down.
You did.
But I just think that this is a little bit. It's rubbing alcohol with a little bit of cinnamon buttercream. I give it a 1. I'm not blown away. I'm not like, oh, put it in front of my mouth
So
or
tell us about...
put it somewhere else on my body. No, I don't want it anywhere.
Tell us about how you feel on the flavor then. No, you're restricted. I don't want to hear anything more from you.
Okay,
until
go
the
back
end.
to Zach.
Zach, it's you and me show until the end. Tell me about your flavor judging.
So, going back to the rye. It's rye.
So
rye,
I'm gonna
rye,
give you
rye.
I'm gonna give you a new way to think about our tasting, right?
Okay.
3 is love it, 2 is like it, 1 is it's okay,
And then anything under a 1 is a question.
and 0 is I don't like it.
Oh,
like
is that- oh,
like
is that how we
0.5.
Oh, I thought 2 was like I expected.
I didn't know
it.
we could give a 0.
3.
We've talked about giving 0s.
I would-
have gotten close to.
Hey,
giving
so in full disclosure, if we had 0 as a rating, this does not get a 0. So I'm not shitting on it. A 0
it a
is
0.
shitting on it.
You can give it a 0.
No, it gets a 1.
I'm just saying, think about it in that way. Like, yes, I think that when you say I like it, you should think about it as I like it. It's what I expected. I think it's what
Hold
other
on,
people
hold on,
would
hold on,
expect.
Well, that's what I thought.
Would
2
you?
was.
Wouldn't you say though that would be acceptable?
Yeah, that's
That
fine.
rating. Don't
Acceptable.
say like, because I think like is like, oh, it's above average. I like it.
I like it. I think you should think about it as this. I like it. If I walked up to a bar and I saw it, I would consider ordering it.
Is that a 2?
That would be a 2.
That would be
Okay.
a 2.
And then a
1 is it's okay. Meaning, if I saw it up at the bar, okay.
I'd notice it. I'd
be like, I recognize it,
But I'm not gonna get.
but I
over
may
it.
not order it, and it's definitely not going to be the immediate like, oh, that's on my I could order it list.
I like this. This is
Right?
perfect.
0 is the I will not
No,
order
0's
this.
garbage.
0 is like, I recognized it for all of the wrong reasons.
Hold on. Here's what I want to say. Shout out to @7stills. If you guys have something that's better than Darkstar November, or maybe like a flagship that we're missing,
Stop.
hit
You should
it.
have stopped with
Slide into the DMs, and let's seriously make this happen. Because I don't think we can get more of these in Vegas. I don't think we can get 7stills.
I haven't seen him for a while.
Shout out
Yeah.
to 7 Stills. We're digging at 7 Stills.
Yeah. So
But I'm
maybe
just saying-
tonight when we post
Okay.
on the Insta,
Think about it as love it.
You guys
like
get
it.
it, right?
It's okay.
we gotta hit
Okay,
it. We gotta
so-
hit
okay.
these distilleries. They gotta start
So-
sending us shit.
So I'm gonna give it a 1 because the rye flavor just takes over completely, and it gives it a little more astringent-y flavor to it than I'd like. I've had the whip nose before, and I thought it was amazing.
What is that? What is
So
whip
whip
nose?
nose, it's another 7 Stills product that was basically it was distilled with an IPA grain, and it
An
tasted,
IPA grain profile for an
Grain
IPA beer.
correct.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, and it was I liked it a lot better. I liked it a lot better because it
Interesting.
didn't. Yeah, it didn't have that. It didn't have the rye is what throws me off.
So-
I think that's it. Maybe that's something that we're all kind of thinking about right now.
So maybe this is not
Speak
their
for
best
yourself.
offering.
Speak for yourself.
Hold
and
on.
yourself
Hold
too.
on.
But yeah, so one for me because I think.
Have
it's
you had
good.
whip nose?
Yes. Oh wait.
No. Have you had whip nose?
No.
Okay, so
If we can find a whip nose, that would be great. I thought it was awesome.
all right. Please, anyone in the
multiple.
chat, anybody, have you guys heard of 7 Stills out of San Francisco? Let us know in the chat.
And-
I'd like to
and-
point out.
Yeah. This is my first experience. So again, @7stills, I'm more than willing to try something else from you guys, but so far I'm not super blown away.
Hold your judgments.
Hey, it's all of our personal judgments here. What do you got? What do you got for nose?
Well, first of all, I would like to comment on the wax that they used to seal this bottle.
No, it gets sticky and I don't like it.
Yeah, why is it so sticky?
Because they put this weird, like, fiber tape around
It's-
their bottle. Yeah, you guys got to come up with.
I
a
don't
wax.
like this.
It's no bueno.
And you know that they don't comment on the bottle.
it's sticky on my hand.
But the rest of you know, I'm always a judge about the bottle.
You do judge
It
packaging.
Packaging.
It actually has a pull tab on it.
What's going on here?
Yeah.
And I would tell you that this wax is cheap It's
Yeah, come
sticky.
on, guys.
And I'm going to tell you right now, if you say it's not cheap, then I'm sorry. Somebody's pulling you for something because
Yeah, they're
this
hosing
is
you on wax prices.
no bueno.
Listen, if you want to be part of the Tater Club, 7 Stills, up your wax game.
So let's get to taste.
Taste.
I'm giving this a solid 2. I actually love the taste. I think the
That's
47%
fair.
here.
Okay.
I love the astringent burn. I think, the rye spice here. I think the rye spice is great. I think that what that does is it opens and gives way to a really nice sweet flavor profile. I think that cinnamon, that spiced cake frosting buttercream is really prevalent.
I have
What's
a
up?
suggestion. Do, and you would know this, the wine open mouth exhale.
Oh, yeah.
And when I did the wine open mouth exhale, I got Darkstar November Stout. That's where I got the
Give me
stout. That's where I got the stout.
What does the chat say? What are any
Where
comments
nobody's
on
really
it?
had it. Nobody's really had it.
Okay.
Nobody's had it. Though.
And I
Okay,
do.
'cause this
That's
is,
all right. Nobody's had it.
well, this is one of those things that you see in the store, and I don't know. Maybe you don't.
It's
maybe
not
you don't
easy
know.
to find. That's the thing.
Yeah,
So,
I think I found that just randomly. I was
yeah,
like,
I
okay,
mean, it's out of
what's
San
that?
Francisco. I'm sure they don't distribute
It's
to a lot of
it's
places.
the molasses. So I think it's the molasses that really comes through.
Okay.
I like it. I like it a lot. So
What's your taste rating? One more
2.
time.
I gave it a
You
solid
give it
2.
Okay.
So I gave the nose a 2. I gave the taste profile a solid 2. Zach gave it a 2 and a 1, I believe. Is that right?
Yeah. That's
You gave it a
that's
1.
interesting. The wine exhale, because then
Yeah.
you get the molasses. I get it.
Right. It
That's
darkens
where
things
that
up.
good. Yeah, you know what? I didn't even think about that.
Darkens things up. All right.
Yeah.
And now I want you to just take a big giant dump. So go ahead.
So, for those that are just joining the chat, this is 7 Stills out of San Francisco, California. Their name, I believe, comes from the 7 Hills of San Francisco. So
No,
you know
not
San
I believe.
Francisco.
You know. You know that to be fact.
Yeah, it's
Seven
fact.
Hills still.
So-
Hills still.
And this is
Hills
their Darkstar November. So what these guys are known for is distilling beer recipes into whiskey. And
Pretty good idea and a
Yeah.
really cool concept.
Yeah, definitely.
so the
different.
first thing to get into my taste rating, and Anomaly, welcome to the chat. And we have the Sage, we got Mike, welcome.
Oh,
So-
wait, does the Sage play in a certain game with us?
He's been around. He's been around old school.
He calls you a name that only I've seen in a certain game.
Yeah. No, he goes way back if he's still watching.
Oh,
So
okay.
anyway,
What game is this?
when I do the
You
wine,
play that game too.
wine exhale,
Just
where it's
go-
like, take a sip. I'll do the wine exhale. The wine exhale is as such.
Does it go like this with your mouse?
All right, I was quiet during your guys'.
I know, I'm
fucking-
sorry.
Sorry.
We're being very disrespectful.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I wasn't fucking dancing around like you guys are right now.
Oh, wait till I get into it.
All right.
I didn't
I'm
get
going to do
that.
a 1 and a 2 and a toe tap and shoe.
So.
Continue.
I took my little taste here, and I want to do the wine. So the wine exhale is where you take that taste, you get in the alcohol, then on your exhale, because you usually taking a breath in as you're taking a sip, you then open your mouth for the exhale and then look down. And what they say that does is that opens up your taste buds in the back of your throat, where you get you get a lot more complexity of flavor, right? So a lot of sommeliers out there, that's their shtick. That's what they do to really
Get your glands. Open up those glands right here.
Really opens up the shtick.
Glands.
Are you cocks?
That's where that's where I get the molasses taste.
Josh is asking
We're
in
going
the
to get
chat.
the molasses.
Yeah.
Hey, jackasses,
Big
listen here.
molasses.
Heavy pour or all nighter?
All-nighter.
No.
No, well, that
I
sounds-
would just do one pour of this, one and done.
Yeah, this is a taster.
Yeah,
This is something
I'm
to
not gonna.
taste.
This is not an all nighter. I'm not gonna carry this bottle around and drink from it.
Right.
No way. Now,
Not
first
with
of
this
all,
cheap wax.
so hold on. Let me first state Our special guest is joining the show.
Well,
Yeah,
hello,
Jamba can be our
Jamba.
special
Come
guest.
on over.
Jamba knows we're live on the show.
Come on, Jamba.
Jamba.
And it's always... Come on, Jamba. Come on.
You wanna come over here? And
She,
say
so
hello?
Jamba,
Come on.
Bourbon
Jamba's
cat.
our bourbon house cat.
Hashtag bourbon cat.
And Jamba has been around since day one of she's 17 years old.
Jamba does
17
not-
years young.
Jamba does not approve of Darkstar November.
She's
All right.
part of hashtag bourbon cats.
Nose?
So, nose I gave a 1.
Taste.
I'm going to give a 1.5.
Thank
so,
you.
and here's why. So, I'm not shitting on you guys, 7 Stills. Like, I would love to taste some of your other products. Seriously. Like, not, whatever. But in this iteration, it's super, like, that astringent alcohol, like, flavor comes through. Not a fan of that. I think if you gave this to some amateur rookie drinkers, no offense out there to the rookie drinkers, but if it's a newbie drinking whiskey, they're not going to like this at all. So I think that's kind of our median of who needs to accept any alcohol, any whiskey we drink on the show. Is that does it cater to that middle of the road crowd?
Sure.
No, this doesn't. I think this is very...
I think this is kind of niche.
Yeah,
I
that's
think,
good,
I think
yeah.
certain people would like this.
Yeah, if you're like a Bottle Logic fanboy and you can like, OMG, I tasted Darkstar November Stout, you'll get this, right? Like,
Yeah.
you'll totally get it.
And I think this is one of those things too that is a little cerebral, right? I mean, 7 Stills, they're distilling a whiskey made from a beer recipe.
I get it. Yeah, they're not. I'm sure they're probably not focused on certain things. Like,
Yeah, it's a
You
different
know-
idea. It's a different method, different process. all
bingo,
that.
bingo.
Yeah.
All right, value. What's the cost of this?
If I remember right, it was about $40.
Yeah.
For a 375.
Yes, exactly.
For a little
so,
guy.
So niche.
So for you guys out there,
Niche.
like, this is a
Very
half
niche.
bottle. It's a half
niche.
bottle.
I'm sorry, I'm mispronouncing. Yeah, very niche.
Very niche.
Yeah, for me, I would say value. I'm gonna have to say 1. It's,
You don't think it's worth 40?
No. I
What do you
don't
think
so.
it's worth if you had to put a dollar on it?
If I were to buy, I'd say $30. I'd pay $30
Okay.
for that. I mean, it's a 375. It's half of a 750.
Yeah, that's a good.
Because
point.
when you think about it, like a, like a, what do you call it? Like a barrel proof bourbon, a good one is going to be $75, $80.
Yeah,
right?
for a 750.
Yeah, and this is something that I would cherish. I would relish. I would love it.
Yeah.
So.
Based on your calculations, then a bottle of this twice the size would be
That
$80
about this price, yeah.
So I'm going to give the value a 2. I think that as a niche whiskey, $40 for that little bottle is pretty good, especially if you are a beer, craft beer, a Bottle Logic specific, or a craft whiskey collector. I think $35 to $40 for a 375 of a very niche whiskey is a huge value, especially if you're going to tater, because at that size,
Tater
you're
or
obviously
tater?
both very tater. You're not pouring this every day. You're not pouring this every Friday. You're not pouring this for any, father-in-law and brother-in-law and bro and friend that walks through the door. You were pouring this for somebody who has an appreciation, who even has a recollection. Like, if I had this in my home, I would say, oh my God, guys, guess what I have? Because I know the appreciation for craft beer, as well as the appreciation for Bottle Logic, which is probably why we have this. So I think that it's a solid value at a 2,
Okay.
for those reasons.
Here's what I got, guys. I'm going to throw this out there right now. It's very niche, whatever. I'm calling it niche.
Nietzsche.
At $40 for a 375, when I think about that in my head, that means a 750 should run like between 65 and 80. I would never in a million years pay for this bottle at that price range.
It's your personal choice.
I didn't interrupt did I?
Nope.
Thank you.
I apologize.
So, To each their own. Absolutely, Redbeard. Thank you. This gets a 1. I'm giving this a 1 because $40 for a 375. If I put that in a 750, they start charging 70-ish for it. I would never buy this. Like, it's super cool. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, here's what I want to say. So, like, here's the caveat to that rating. Even though I'm giving it a 1, I think that they need to step something up. I don't know if they need to add an adjunct. Like, okay, so they distill it from a beer, but then they need to do something on top of that, right? Like, you can't just take the beer recipe and distill it and be like, that's our shtick. Like, I think that that's cool and all, but you're kind of neglecting the entire whiskey bourbon world, and you're missing out on, like, everything that it has to offer. Like, because here's what I'm doing in my mind. I'm comparing this to comparable $20 to $40 whiskeys. And I will tell you guys right now, I can go pull the Evan Williams and, you know, side to side these, and it blows it out of the water. Like, stuff that I give low ratings to. And to have this try to compete in a league with these big dogs out there.
We're done here. I can't wait to do this.
That's fine. But when I have, like, these guys, 7 Stills, trying to compete with some of the big dogs, and I get it. These guys are craft. I'm sure they're a super small operation in San Francisco. I'm not knocking it like that. But if you guys want to progress in your business and turn it into a bigger thing, you gotta start doing a little bit more. I get the 350 bottles. They're small. You can distro twice as many, and your price points can be a lot lower. But I think that maybe you drop it down to 30, and, you know, I'm sure that, like, you guys are trying to build capital, whatever. Bring it down to 30. Start offering some different brews out there. Putting a little twist. Maybe get some barrels. Get some, like sherry barrels, or get some barrels that have already held a product into it, so you can take this product that you distill and throw it into, like, an ex-sherry barrel. Armagnac barrel or cognac barrel. And then you're building a complexity that goes beyond what you're offering with just this. I don't think it's enough to warrant a $40 price point on a 350 milliliter bottle. So I stick to my rating of the 1. Take it or leave it, 7 Stills.
I'm going to bow down.
Okay,
I'm going to bow down to that, and here's why.
I'm done.
I'm going to bow down to that rating because that sounds just like some shit that I say when I'm watching Chopped with the wife. And I'm like, they shouldn't have done that. If they would have done this, and they could have thought beyond the time, and they could have thought beyond the clock, and they would have had a moment to develop, and it...
Yeah.
I get it.
I'm not trying to shit on it. Honestly, I don't want to come into this.
7 Stills, if you get the chance to watch, first of all, thank you.
Yeah.
Second of all, I really dig what you're doing. I think that
it's a cool concept.
It's the coolest concept. And I'm mad. Cool. I'm mad that we didn't think of it first.
Yeah.
What a great idea.
It's easy. It's like, oh,
what
shit.
a great idea.
Yeah.
I personally, I liked it a lot better than he did. I think I liked it a little better than you did. I think it's great. So,
so one thing but
I don't disagree with you. I think that, listen, if you're going to take a beer recipe,
yeah,
we know that our brewery friends out there of all different breweries, Bottle Logic, The Brewery, Craft House,
Lost Abbey, fucking Modern Times,
Love Lady,
Pizza Port, Love Lady,
Port Brewing,
yeah.
8-bit, and of course Beer Zombies.
Yeah, I don't know why we said Love Lady. That's Nevada local. Don't disregard.
Don't
why
disregard.
Did you say Love Lady?
Because I like them.
Okay,
Thank you, Keith Love Lady.
Keep on moving here.
We know that they take their beers and will age them in different kinds of barrels to develop a different kind of flavor profile, and to take that beer to kind of the next level or move it in a different direction. We talked earlier. They take they will take Darkstar November and then age it with coffee to create Red Eye November, which is a coffee version of this. Whole nother level, whole amazing level. So I appreciate your
Yeah, no, and here's the thing.
I like it.
So I gave him my rating, but then I gave some suggestions to improve. And I thought that those were valid improvements. So really quick,
You
shout
wanna do
out in the
acknowledge?
chat, Mr. Subscriber 1000, Mr. Poole, thanks for joining us.
Will the
Cheers.
real subscriber 1000 please stand up?
Cheers. Zach
can
is
sit back
ready.
down now.
Zach, what are you drinking? Do we gotta pour more of that dog shit for you?
Got a
Watch yourself.
got a comment for this. I'm kind of curious when it comes to comparing this to Darkstar November. Okay, Darkstar. I'm sorry, Darkstar.
It's dog shit too.
Huh?
I'm drinking beer.
Oh,
Darkstar
okay.
November. So, like
Yes.
the Darkstar November, I'm kind of curious what this comes out like before it gets barrel aged, the actual beer.
No, it's like white
Thinking
dog.
about
It's clear.
And so I'm wondering.
Would you
Here's
show the
the,
viewers White Dog?
I do have some white dog.
well, here's the
Some-
thing. Here's the thing. I wonder if that has a similar taste to it because I'm talking about the beer, the actual
Yeah,
beer.
he said White Dog, which we're just showing.
So
the
for our viewers, we're showing them what White Dog, like this is White Lightning basically. This is
Pure-
Buffalo Trace's mash
corn whiskey mash
that goes into
prior to barrel aging.
prior to barrel aging. So when it gets in that freshly charred oak barrel, it pulls those colors out. But beforehand, it looks like this.
No,
I bet you it's probably work, right? It's probably like
no.
beer tea.
The thought is no. So Darkstar November, the actual beer,
Yeah.
beer,
Yeah.
not this, the beer. What is that like before that goes into the barrel? You know, because I'm wondering,
Oh.
does
It's
it
a
have this rye kind of tinge to it? Does it have
It
that
probably
taste?
does because
Because-
it's brewed with a lot of rye.
Yeah, and so when it goes into the barrel, does that rye subside, and then you get a completely different product?
No,
So-
I think the rye sticks around, and that's where you're getting too much rye in this.
But like I'd like to taste Darkstar November before it goes in the barrel, just to see if it has a correlation to the flavor.
Well, you're asking something that 99.9% of these people can't accomplish.
Well, yeah, I mean, well, no, that's just.
I'm sure you could
that's
drive
just
down to
the
Bottle
thought.
Logic when they brew Darkstar in a couple months here and ask them for a
That's
taste.
just
I would-
the thought.
You know what I thought you were going to say? You're asking something that 99.9% of people don't care about.
That too.
Sorry, Zach. I'm sorry. I love you, but nobody cares about that. This has been a fun show, but I think that's all we got. And if you tap on the freaking table and deafen our listeners again,
They're good.
they're going to unsubscribe and never listen to us again.
Why don't you talk a little
They're
bit
going to
about...
have 0 ears.
Okay, so what's our total score for this sucker?
Well, I believe that you gave it a 3.
I gave it a 3. What did you give it?
I believe that Zach gave it a 5.
4.
A 1-2-1 is a 4.
It's
You're right.
It's a 2-1.
I do math good. Thank you. And I gave it a 6.
Okay, so
which
that
gives it a
average of
score
about
of a
5?
3, 4, and a 6, which is 13 divided by 3 is 4 and a third.
Let's give him 4.5.
It's a 4.33.
Let's give him a 4.5. We round up here, so we give him a 4.5.
You could call it a 4 and a third. That's a score.
So what's a 4.5 out of what? 9?
10 technically. I mean, we have the ability to give the blown away.
Yeah, I'm not giving it blown away. Are you giving a blown away bonus?
Nope.
Blown away.
I'm not blown away. I
It's
enjoyed
unique.
this.
If I had a unique bonus, I would give it to this.
Yeah, we don't do that.
We should.
Get out of here.
Can we?
This is your house, and I'm telling you. to
Listen,
leave.
it's super unique. It's super unique. I
I don't
appreciate
think
that. No,
I don't
Seven
think it's
Stills,
that unique.
And to our friends out there,
I enjoy it, but it's not that.
Redbeard, if you're heading out, see ya, bud. It's unique. It's different, right? Like, okay. So let me talk about, to our audience, availability. Not easy to get a hold of. I think Zach and I were they only made this once.
I picked this up at TW myself.
Yeah, so Total Wine in Las Vegas.
I got a bottle of this from you, and then I picked up
Yeah.
a second bottle from TW.
Yeah,
But
those are
I
ours, yeah.
think that this is
It's been a minute.
It's good guest whiskey.
I don't even know if that's. I don't even know if that's
Enough
being
to the
still created or not.
peasants.
Are we sure that wasn't just a one-time run?
Might have been.
It might have been a one-time run. Seven Stills, if you're out there, hit us up, let us know. We don't know. We're just conjecturing here. So
We sure are. Okay. Again, they're deaf.
they're not. I'm watching the red lines on the
Well,
sound.
A 4.3
Anyone in the chat,
score.
if you have questions, let us know about Seven Stills, Darkstar November. Why don't BJ?
Bar coming up. Yes,
Why
that's
don't,
me.
you, why don't you talk about our next month of shows? for May?
Oh my goodness.
Woo!
The
Talk about
month
these shows.
of May is May. I bring you some bottles from guests and friends. So we have got some great things to share.
Yeah.
We have the bottles that we have received from our good friends at Gold Bar.
That we're doing a gold bar show.
We're real excited about that. We are going to be featuring we moved that back. We're going to be featuring a very special guest and a very special bottle, both from Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
Oh, I hear that Uncle Punky is in town.
Uncle Punky will be in town, and it only seems right that we would drink a Lancaster distilled rye whiskey with a Lancaster kind of guy.
With a Lancaster resident.
Hey, thank you for saying it correctly.
Yeah. Well, it's like Peabody in Boston is
Peabody.
Peabody.
We also have the Cinco de Mayo,
Oh, Cinco de Mayo show.
and we have quite a spirit.
We
to
might
pull out.
have that. We might have a big spirit, but we might have a few guests for that show.
There could be some guests, some special guests that stop by,
Yeah.
and I'm talking maybe a Jordan Kersasimo Dove, maybe a Mr. 1000.
Yeah, we're
Free
actually
it up.
Mr. 1000, Bob
Free it
Poole
up.
in the audience. Free up your Cinco de Mayo.
And you never know who else
We're bringing you on the show.
might come to lick some salt, squirt some lime in your eye, and throw a mezcal over your shoulder.
Hey, Top Feet Coco! Look who just joined!
Whoa! Where the heck have you been?
Top Feet Coco.
Top Feet Coco, if
Listen.
you're in town
Listen.
on Cinco de Mayo, the chair is yours.
I want to say like 5 or 6 episodes ago, I'm like, we were talking to the audience, and I go, whatever, we brought up, whatever happened to Top Feet Coco?
We're like, that guy dipped.
Top Feet Coco
Yep.
just was done with us.
I was like, oh, that guy's hiding from the IRS. He made some changes and trades out there. He's running.
Good to see you back. Please subscribe.
Perfect.
And
Oh, yes.
this goes out to all of our friends out there. Subscribe to the Barrel Buddies on YouTube. Hit the bell, whatever dumb shit they call us.
Tell us.
Listen,
you know this
hold
one
on.
the best.
You know it the best.
What is it? Like, subscribe, and share.
Please. Well, not so much. You don't need to share
Oh,
because I know
come
that
on.
requires effort.
I'm pretty
But
sure every
literally,
other YouTuber says
literally
that.
subscribing, you just click the button,
I know.
and we only post
You know
our
lots.
videos. So we're not weird. We don't post advertising. We only post our live shows. So like our show, follow us at Instagram at the Barrel Buds. That's our big form of communication. Zach runs the show on Instagram.
He does a hell
He's
of a
the
job.
man. He does a hell of a job. And then
Have you seen our website? TheBarrelBuddies.com.
barrelbuddies.com.
Soon to feature a link directly to our first and favorite sponsor. And I have to say that, and I will say that, not only because I have to, because I want to. Castillo Funeral Homes. Putting the fun back in funeral.
Yeah. All men are cremated equal.
And we'll put the, we need to put the link up to buy their t-shirts.
Well, we'll wear the shirts next show and then go from there.
And we got shirts ourselves coming. Yeah, I mean we got stuff that's happening, and then we're gonna be putting up on our website some written recommendations. Not only recommendations about what to drink, but where to go to drink. So places that we visit.
But why don't you talk a little bit about the t-shirts that we wore 2 episodes ago?
Did you see our t-shirts? If you haven't,
2 episodes.
Go back.
Go back.
2 episodes.
We wore our t-shirts. That's our first run. Very nice quality. Very nice. What do you call that? Stamping, or what's the logo?
Well, the t-shirt itself is really nice. The silk screen, it's actually
Silk screen.
very nice. We are getting some great work done by Jagle Design here locally.
Yep.
Highly recommend them. Hit us up in the DMs if you are interested. Again, at the Barrel Buds on Instagram. That's a great place to
So,
DM us.
and then here's our plan. And I said this last show, but for a lot of people that are joining us tonight, we're going to put shirts on our website eventually, but we're not going like most of these, like, what do you call them? Content producers? I don't know what you call people on like YouTube or whatever.
That's us. We're content creators.
We're not going to give you guys some $5 Chinese shirt with our logo on it.
I need you to take this Dell update offline.
It's offline. But here's the thing. We have good quality shirts, good quality, like they're really good. I don't even know what quality are these shirts that we have.
They're a tri-blend. They are
tri-blend
solid.
cotton. You guys know,
Solid.
you buy those shirts at like an event and they curl up on the sleeve and the collar. You wear them once, the color fades. We're getting high quality cotton. We're not messing around. If you see it at a little bit of a higher price point, understand that it's in the quality of the shirt and it's not going in our pockets.
I got you.
So
No, I got you. Hold on.
what do we got here? What are you guys looking at? What are you pouring this?
Hey, Zach needs a cocktail.
Here, he needs water. Here. Don't you taint
His taint?
his taint.
Hey, could you knock that back for a minute?
Oh.
Could you knock that back for a minute?
Is that for a washout?
Ladies and gentlemen, we love you. We've been the Barrel Buddies, your favorite whiskey and comedy review show on the weekly. This is your cue to say, I'm James.
I'm James.
I'm Zach.
And I'm BJ, but I'm going to put that in post so that when I'm drinking water, it says, and I'm BJ. Oh, that's great.
Really quick, in the chat, they're telling Zach to stop stroking the kitty. So please.
Stop stroking
Dr.
the
Evil,
kitty.
yeah. Well, John was putting me to sleep.
Are we just going to keep this going and drink this?
We're going to call that a show. And if you stick around, I believe I welcomed a challenge.
Oh, you did?
You said you were going to put up Darkstar November against...
Against what?
Well, no, I don't remember.
Oh, Evan Williams.
Evan Williams. And I said I would welcome that.
Okay. Well, I meant
So
early
if you
times.
guys want to get me 2 more Glencairns,
Okay.
and I would gladly put Evan Williams Early Times and Darkstar November up against
Okay.
both
okay.
of those.
I get more Glencairns. Done and done.
But I would tell you that I think you'll rate Darkstar right in the middle. That's just what I'm saying. So the rest of you,
Wait, if you're putting early times up
welcome
there?
to the Barrel Buddies Extra. This is an extra episode, which we will continue to film right now, but we will not air on our YouTube channel right away.
I'm only
Instead,
giving you 3 more. We'll clean them out with water.
Instead, what we are going to do is, at a later time, we may make this available via our Patreon site, or we may make this available as a episode later on. We don't know. But if you are joining us live, all 8 of you, thank you. We appreciate you, and you get to be part of this live tasting. Cut him off, please. Wifey, I'm only just beginning. So we will do a live tasting. As James put it during the show, he wanted to put Darkstar November up against...
Said Evan Williams.
He said Evan
Williams,
Williams, and I think he said Evan Williams Single Barrel, which is not that great, and then the Early Times, which is ashtray water. It is not good.
James liked early times, I
I
guess.
can't believe. Listen,
Early times
for
is
those
very.
James is not here right now, and for those of you that are joining us,
Early times is.
How many
kinda
of
like
you-
hot water.
of all of you there, how many of you there are shocked that James likes Early Times? It's in plastic. It's gross. I can't believe it. Top Feed Cocoa, you got that one right. Ooh. So if you missed what we
Why don't we just
if you
break
missed
out
what we-
Darkstar November and compare it to Darkstar November?
yeah, I'm okay with that too. But Zach can't have that.
Well, it's not going to taste anything like it, though.
I don't
Not
know.
even
I don't know that I have one.
close.
Let me take a look.
Yes, you do.
I
You
have
do.
a Darkstar November.
Of course you do. Of course you do. Right out of the cellar, a Darkstar November. This is the barrel-aged Imperial Rye Stout, released in 2018. Like the stealth aircraft that inspired it, this bourbon barrel-aged stout is shrouded in mystery. While its secrets remain hidden forever, you would in your hand a piece of the puzzle. End transmission.
And transmission.
Their Stasis project is special. Shametown is a fact. So Top Feed Coco says, I like the early two, but it is a guilty pleasure in a Shametown. I agree that it's guilty pleasure, as in it's not something you should admit to liking. I was not a fan. I don't like E.T.
Do I need to get anything while not?
So early times is
Water? We need water.
early times is really it didn't have a whole lot of
Can you hand that to B? Just his water.
Thank you.
Yeah, it didn't have a whole lot of flavor that stuck to your tongue for a while. It's more of
Except for the ashtray water
it was
that is
more-
early times.
Yeah, it was more of a drink for effect kind of.
It is a drink for effect. It's
kind of
purely
whiskey.
alcohol.
But if you enjoy it, I mean, worldwide people love it.
Do they?
Yeah,
Do they? Love is a strong word.
dude, I remember. I think we were
Excuse-moi.
stating out some of the facts of early times back on the early time show, and I think it was like the #1 worldwide whiskey or something like that. It was something weird. There were some strange facts about it.
All right, pardon the weird, awkward silence as I clean out the glass here. Oh, we don't have an opener. Oh, yeah, we do. That's how we do it around here. Top Feed Coco says Zach looks faked or faded.
Faded?
No, Zach's pretty good. Anomaly says, good luck, fellas. Take care of them livers.
It's better to be a good liver than to have one.
Top Feed Coco says, when we finally hang out, I'll cook. You guys get me buzzed.
Excuse-moi.
Easy.
This is the only opener that we're allowed to have.
It's authentic kangaroo sack from Australia. As we proceed to open Darkstar November.
Oh, excusez-moi.
What was this? Bland's?
Yeah, that's Blanton's Gold.
Oh, nice. Oh,
It's not just Blanton's, it's Blanton's Gold. Cut Black Tuesday is delightful.
Yeah, why don't you... There's another water bottle there that you can get a little...
You have a little taster?
I'm good. I just need a taste.
Yeah, get a little taster.
I just need a taste. Dude, you have a Glencairn. It's
No,
clean
he doesn't.
right there.
No, that's getting
Those are
more whiskey.
free.
Calm down.
More whiskey. We can't drink more whiskey.
Sack opener. I like your train of thought there. So this is Imperial Stout brewed with molasses and rye aged in
Wow.
bourbon barrels. And it's Darkstar November, Bottle Logic 2018 barrel-aged Imperial Rye Stout coming in at 14%. I already showed you guys the bottle. And we're going to compare it to their whiskey. So we're going to give Zach a little taster.
Thank you.
It's really close.
Yeah,
The smell? Give me a little more.
that's what I like to hear.
There you go. Thanks, buddy.
Attaboy.
Alright, so let's see.
Top Feed. Let me just tell you. Hold on. Can you read Top Feed Coco's comment?
Top Feed says, why is Zach's chair so much lower than everyone else's? Is he, are you his attorneys?
Oh.
No. Can I tell you this fun story?
Yes!
So,
Yeah.
if Mrs. Askins is still on, and God, I hope she still is, because she will get a kick out of this story. She brings this up almost every week. As does almost every single one of my family members that watches this show, which is all of them.
Great.
They say Zach's chair is too low. He always seems like he's the one that's in trouble.
Yeah.
Like, Zach is in Dunkstown over here, in the low chair. And we're in the even chairs, and he's like in low chair zone. We gotta do something about Zach's chair.
No, but here's where he gets made up, is that Jamba always hangs out with Zach.
Bourbon Cat?
Is that, I don't know if that's penance or worth it.
Well,
Penance benefit.
He gets benefit. He gets points because Jamba is always hanging out. So
Cat benefit?
you know. All right, so here we got Darkstar
So,
November
yeah,
2018.
Yeah, like comparing the two.
Yeah,
Super rye.
Two. I mean, I get the rye. I get the rye.
Baby rye. I mean, like,
I don't
not
get-
even-
Mrs. Askin says use 3 matching chairs, and that solves your problem.
Exactly right. So, 3 matching
think-
chairs.
I
Come
think-
on.
Do you
I
still
don't know.
have,
I like this.
James, do you still have the stool? I think the stool.
You're not getting a stool.
the stool.
No, you're not gonna
No.
sit on
Yeah, no, I do. The stool
wrestling
is
stool. No.
Alright,
the neighbor's stool is in the garage.
The stool's coming back. The
No.
stool's back.
It's in the
It's
garage.
not. No.
From the F house. I have it ready to go.
So,
The Rat Pack house.
so I can smell a little bit of similarity.
It smells like.
Okay,
It
no,
smells
you get,
awful.
no, you have to have.
All right, while you guys are thinking about it, top feed is he's drinking a Deschutes Royal Fresh IPA, 9%, and it's so good. I used to love Deschutes, and now I do again. Listen, Deschutes, I call as one of, like, here, just personal preference. Deschutes is my, like, entry-level beer that I love using Deschutes Brewery as like an intro to strong beers to my friends. So like Deschutes makes some really great bottled sours and stouts that I love to just give to my friends, and they're like, oh yeah, this is really good. And by my friends, these are friends that drink like Bud Light, Coors Light, Natty, 40s, and then I give them a little Deschutes,
40s.
and they're like, whoa,
What
this is really
friends do you have
So-
that are drinking 40s?
You'd
So,
be surprised.
so you guys should pour
Nice
a little bit of
friends
this.
you have.
Pour a little bit of this into a Glencairn.
I'm gonna pour a little bit of that in my mouth.
And do a little bit of a side by side.
Now, all
Try
I
it.
get,
It's really
We
interesting.
have 2 Glencairns.
here's my
there.
problem.
It's really interesting.
All I'm
because-
getting out of Darkstar, and I forgot that I don't like Darkstar.
Let's pour it. Come on, pass it over. Give
I
him a
do.
taste. He's got to have a
Yeah,
taste.
do a side by side, and you
Hold
can
on,
see
hold on.
this is like this
Yeah.
is how the barreling,
There, just a little bit.
the
just a
barrel age
little
process
dash.
completely makes this beer.
We're both doing a dash.
Well,
What?
Mrs.
So
Dash.
First of all, one is distilled.
Right.
The other is brewed.
Exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
with
yeah.
the original. You guys are missing the fucking.
No, we're not. I get
So,
it.
so
Okay.
you brew the beer, okay? It goes into a barrel. It comes out a completely different product than when you first brewed the beer. That was my
Toffee
point.
Coco says, so Deschutes, I'm sure you're referring to Deschutes, their whole line was bland for a decade, but they're back to making magic again. I'm going to say this much, Top Feed, okay, because I'm a little biased. One of my first big craft beers when I was getting into the scene many years ago, let's say 10 years ago, was Deschutes. And Deschutes, and maybe I've had too few and I'm forgetting about this, but their the birthday stout, isn't Deschutes made the birthday stout? And they also made the, Dissonance or Dissonant? But that was my first entry into like barrel aged beers from Deschutes. And I was I'm not gonna say amazed, but I was like, wow, this is like what craft beer has to offer. And it made me want to take that next like leap, and then that next leap was like barrel aged stouts, barley wines, old ales, you know, the whole nine. But that was my beginnings, and I think Deschutes had a part of that. And again, I'm not saying that they're amazing, but I think that they're a good stepping stone to perfection. So,
Try your beer.
okay. And this is Darkstar November?
With Darkstar November.
Why don't they do this? This is barrel-aged Darkstar November right here.
It's delightful.
It is. It's fantastic.
That's pretty good.
If Bottle Logic said, hey guys, we have Darkstar November aged in Darkstar November barrels from Seven Stills.
Here we go. We're back to that chopped, cerebral, thinking about it.
Yeah, you're right. We are.
I like it. I'm
Yeah.
not mad about it, but we're back to that.
I agree. It's good. And here's the thing. 9 out of 10 times I would be repulsed if somebody poured a whiskey in my beer. But this complements very well.
It's good.
Very well. No, this is a kudos.
It's good.
Like,
I knew it immediately. I was like, oh, if you put this in this, that's going to be great.
Here's what I would do at Bottle Logic. If I had the bar up and running and we had the full 100% occupancy, which unfortunately due to COVID we don't, but say they had 100% occupancy, everybody just bring in your huddled masses, I would do a 50-50 on the menu and do 50% Darkstar November and a shot of Darkstar November from Seven Stills. You literally could sell probably their entire batch that they made. Whatever their batch is, I'm guessing 53 gallons.
I'm pretty sure we determined they don't make that anymore.
I think it was a one run and done.
That's what we thought. I've never seen it. Since.
Well,
hold on. So Top Feed is talking about Deschutes. So OG Mirror Pond was good. I completely agree. Then they got big and it started sucking. The Quail IPA was good too. I love Lagunitas for the craft beer. Not a microbrew fan though. You guys should make sure you hug each other and don't be glad to have a few good buddies to hang with. Life is good with friends. You're absolutely right. Top Feed. So, okay, OG Mirror Pond, I totally agree with you. It did get worse. Quail IPA, I actually never had that. Lagunitas. So Lagunitas, I was a huge fan of their Willetized. I don't know if you have any of their Willetized stout. Fuck, that's so good. And then Lagunitas was one of the first big companies that I jumped into IPAs. So I jumped kind of from like Blue Moon, just hear me out, Blue Moon, Lagunitas, and then to...
Blue Moon?
That was when I first fucking drank like just fucking shut up and listen to what I gotta say.
This is like 15 years
So like,
old.
yeah, this is like a long time ago. So like Blue Moon,
like
Lagunitas.
Mid-teens.
Yeah, and then to like serious IPAs, right? And I'm sure I had a different
serious
answer.
IPAs like Stone.
Shut up.
I thought that was great for my first IPA. I was like, oh, this is what IPAs taste like.
No,
Every-
so bad.
Most people go through it. They have like, it's a progression of IPA quality.
Okay.
Come on, everybody starts out with that shitter beer that's offered at your local pub, where the most they have is what? What do you think? Like
Arrogant
shitty,
Bastard?
Well,
Hold on.
So Arrogant Bastard is...
Stop. Quick second. You're in rural America. What is the top of the line IPA they have in a rural American
I
bar?
got this.
No, I want Zach.
I got
Zach's
this.
got this.
Rural America.
Yeah.
That's
No.
not Bud Light.
Bud Light they already have.
No, Rural America
A rural
IPA.
America IPA, where they call it craft. Let's say they call it craft.
I got it.
Oh, God. I would think...
Shut up.
I would think it'd be a Stone.
I
Yeah.
said,
A Stone
I
would
said
be out there.
Miller Lite.
So I'm gonna say Stone and Firestone Walker.
They're gonna go. We got Bud. We got Coors.
Well, people
we
like-
got
No,
Bud Light.
and no,
we
they
got
do.
Coors Light. And then for our fancy draft,
No.
we got Miller.
Four Loko. No, they definitely have those basic beers. But then they're going to step it up with like an 805, like some Firestone
Oh,
Walker.
805.
Well,
Yeah.
people
805.
Well, the people like Arrogant Bastard because it's got the devil on the bottom.
Bingo.
That's it.
Arrogant Bastard.
Yeah,
Stone. I think Zach hit the nail on the head. I think people will graduate from AB InBev to Stone. I think is kind of the natural progression. Or from Stone to Deschutes. And this is bringing it all back full circle.
Well,
I would graduate Stone to Deschutes.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Mirror Pond is Deschutes, right?
Yeah.
Mirror Pond.
What about Moose Drool? That's
No,
totally
that's
different,
totally
right?
different.
That's Black
totally
Butte.
different.
What about? Wait, I'm sorry. Black Butte Porter.
No.
I got my
You got your
brews
beers
backwards.
all
It's
mixed
fine.
up. That was alright.
Anyways,
Top Feed Coco says Stone Green makes some of the best IPAs, actually. Well, in your mind. We'll bring it. We're going to fly to Massachusetts and have some Trillium.
I mean, West Coast IPAs, if you like them piney, if you like them strong.
Wrong. Because here's the thing. You have so many categories now, right? You have New England IPAs. You have West Coast IPAs. You have hazy IPAs.
Isn't that what I just said? West Coast IPAs? I did.
Those are your bitter Alpine.
And that's what I was just saying.
You didn't call them West Coast IPAs.
I just said West Coast IPAs. I said West Coast IPAs are piney.
okay, continue.
citrusy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why do you think it's wrong that Stone calls themselves an IPA?
Because Stone's IPA has gone down so many notches. Like, there's so many other breweries that, like, are better than Stone. So I don't think that... But, yeah, you have a good point, because here's the thing. A Stone IPA is a good entry point into IPAs.
I disagree. I disagree entirely. Entirely. Here's
Yeah.
why. Because what they make is not an IPA. What they make is they make an old ale, but they hop like an IPA. So what you're really getting is an IA. But there is nothing pale about that ale. I'm sorry, they don't use a pale ale recipe that they overhop. They don't. They use the wrong hop to malt wort recipe. They mis-hop the beer. If they change their hop that they use on those recipes, it could be such a magical beer. But every single time I taste Stone IPA, I think that they have mismatched the hop to the malt. That's just me.
Great post, Zach, with the barrel shot there.
Glad to know that I'm so respected on my thoughts here.
You're respected by the audience. Top Feed Coco hasn't had Stone in years. Well, you're not missing out on much.
Agreed.
Guys, I think that's our show tonight. We've really derailed, and
Well,
I
no,
think the
Barrel Buddies
viewers.
Extra.
We are Barrel Buddies Extras. So, do you guys have questions in the chat about alcohol or whiskey? Hit us up. Yeah. So, Top Feed. What are you talking about? Hop On used to be the best, but it went downhill. So, I'm gonna be honest with you. I would say my favorite if this was 10 years ago and somebody was like, "Oh, what's your favorite IPA, bro?" I'd be like Pliny the Elder, Russian River. I'm West Coast, so I would say that, and then number 2 would be Alpine, like an Alpine IPA, but I'm again West Coast. However, I turned East Coast as of 2 years ago. I flew out a lot to Boston and had pretty much as much Trillium as I could drink and Treehouse, and I pretty much got sold on New England IPAs, which superseded all of those.
Anything to add to this?
IPA wise, what's your favorite IPA in the world?
So
All time.
It's kind of funny when it comes to IPAs and when it comes to brewing beer. One of the best IPAs I've ever had was on the East Coast, and it was called Cutting Tile. So if I remember right,
Miller Lite.
that
Mosaic Cutting Tiles.
that in Melcher Street from Trillium.
Oh, from Trillium in
Trillium.
Boston.
And so one of the big things that has a huge effect on beer is the quality of the water, right? When we're out here, like on the West Coast, it's different. It's a different pH level. On the East Coast,
agreed.
it's completely...
Not only that, minerality. There's so much that goes into
Yeah,
water.
exactly. And so, on the East Coast, you get your hazy IPA. It's fruity, it's fruity, sweet. It's hazy. Here,
Sweetie.
on the West Coast, it's piney,
Bitter.
bitter, citrusy.
Yeah.
Right. Different water qualities, different different pH levels. Make it a different style of beer.
Top Feed says, Pliny, I grew up in Mendo, lived next to Sierra Nevada, had too many.
Oh my god, who did this?
I like Sculpin IPA though.
Oh, Top Feed. Listen, this guy doesn't appreciate a shitty West Coast.
Stop right there. I will fight you with Sculpin because I'm gonna be honest with you. Victory at Sea Mint used to be one of my favorite stouts of all time.
We're not talking stouts.
We're talking Ballast Point. He brought up Sculpin.
Yeah, which is an IPA.
Which we were talking about.
Yeah, actually,
it is a grapefruit.
Actually, have you ever had grapefruit Sculpin?
It's delicious.
That's pretty awesome.
Wait.
What's different between that and...
They add grapefruit.
Sculpin?
They add grapefruit to Sculpin, which is already super citrusy.
Totally different.
What?
It's amazing. But you know what's better than grapefruit Sculpin? Aloha Sculpin. It's Sculpin.
Maui Brewing?
No, it's still Ballast Point, but they add pineapple.
No.
Wait, hold on. They add pineapple to
Sculpin.
Oh man.
It's
a pineapple Sculpin.
It's a pineapple Sculpin.
Huh.
Pineapple grapefruit IPA. It's magic. It's good.
What a show.
BJ's right. It's piney, but they could do better. Agreed. I vowed for that. Did Stone get worse or other breweries get better? Stone stayed in the past. Everybody moved forward.
Hey, so if any of our viewers have some questions in the
Top
chat,
says,
stop. Hold on.
Pliny. Listen, I would fight you on Pliny.
Pliny's good.
Because Pliny.
Actually, no. Scratch it. I would say Blind Pig. I enjoy better than Pliny.
Fight you. Pliny is so much
We'll
better.
fight each other on that. Hold on. We're not going to talk Sierra Nevada too much because I love it. I love me some Bigfoot.
Oh my god.
I will drink Bigfoot any day of the week.
Torpedo.
I'm a barley wine guy.
I love Torpedo.
Yeah, Torpedo.
I like regular pale ale. Everything Sierra Nevada does is...
I love Sierra Nevada.
Exactly.
I'm privy. They did some weird cactus beer. Like it was like a cactus.
Good for them. I'm not even mad.
It was so good. And people shit on Sierra Nevada, but we're privy because we're locals.
man.
We love
Well,
Nevada.
I'm from Reno, and so being from Reno, I lived in Reno until I was 23, 24, and so Sierra Nevada had a tap room down on the river.
Can we go when we do our Reno show? Can we go?
100% we can, because they have like every Sierra Nevada. It's like a Sierra Nevada tasting room, but in Reno. It's great.
Perfect. Look out for our Reno show in the next couple months.
Q3. That's what we decided on tonight.
We're going to Reno. Reno shows.
Well, we're going
and then hold on.
we got to Fallon.
No, let me stop you there. We need to get the three of us. It's more so Zach back down to Prescott.
We're going to Prescott
for
in
a superstition,
August, and listen. August, we're going to be in Arizona.
That was amazing. We had such a blast down there. I wish
but we're gonna go for
the whole
National
time. Hold on.
Meat Day.
The whole time we were down in Prescott, we were like, I wish we were live. I wish the Barrel Buddies were here. I wish Zach was here.
Hold on. I have to put out 3 big deals. A, we're gonna go to Reno. It's gonna be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
B, we're gonna go back to Prescott in Arizona.
Yeah, for Superstition Meadery.
In August for Superstition Meadery's celebration of International Mead Day.
We're going.
And we're taking Zach.
We're going. We're driving. We're going down there.
And C,
yeah,
in September,
where are we going?
Well, you and I are going to Florida.
Oh yeah! So we can maybe do Garage East. Fucking
oh my god!
Members Club Garage East.
Oh! I didn't even think of that.
Meadery.
Where are they at?
I think they're in Tampa. But I have fam down in Florida, so we can get some.
We're in Orlando.
We'll make it.
That is a waste.
That's not close. That's not close.
Hey, my
and I'm not driving.
Florida fam,
Florida's a
hit us
state.
up. September, we're gonna be in Orlando.
I'm not driving to Tampa.
I have friends. We can make it happen. We have friends. We have connections in Orlando. We have connections in Florida.
I actually would be very interested in going to Cigar City Brewing. Cigar City is in Orlando.
Well, I don't know anybody there, but we'll see.
I'd be down for that.
All right.
All right, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got?
We're signing off.
No,
we had a
hold
great
on.
night.
Oh wow.
Top feed, you got to meet us up there.
Wow.
We'll go to Florida. So that's a wrap. That's our Barrel Buddies Extra. Everybody, you have a great night. I'm James.
I'm Zach.
How much have you had to drink?
Did you see this?
No, I was actually looking up Darkstar November.
He does the salt shaker. He's
It's
like
very
salt shaker. I'm Zach.
I'm Zach.
And I'm BJ.
That's a wrap. Have a good night.
This was a Barrel Buddies Extra.
Whiskey Wednesdays. We're going to see you guys. Hold
Next
on.
week.
Hold on.
This is a Barrel Buddies
No,
Extra.
this is a big deal.
No.
No, because
You don't
listen,
get to talk
stop,
about this.
listen. Top Beat Coco says my buddy could get you guys on the golf course at Disney World for cheaps.
Talk to me. DM me at the Barrel Buds on
Slide
Instagram.
in the
Slide those
DMs, Top
DMs.
Beat
Top Beat
Coco.
Call me. Yes. Magnolia course. Yes.
We'll figure it out.
I'm
Everybody
playing
have a
already
good
twice.
night.
Twice.
We'll chat. Hit us up on Insta at the Barrel Buds. And,
Rosita.
what are we on? TheBarrelBuddies.com. Like and subscribe. We're still
Sure,
not
take care.
monetized. So anybody, please just follow us. It costs you nothing just to click because we
Trying to see
need
if there's
it.
any reviews on this guy.
Nah, they're not going to find any.
Yeah.
Everybody have a great night. Love you. Bye.
Later on.